Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit loud, but I have my custom-made earplugs in that Mr. K and I got when we were at the motorcycle show. So yay! And I know all of you are like, well, why are you wearing those? You have a quiet bike. I'm assuming that's what you guys are asking. For me, personally, I'm wearing them because of the wind noise. I don't want to damage my eardrums from the wind. Unfortunately, I don't have my pin lock yet, which is just that little protective thing that goes inside your bike, inside your helmet, in your shield, so that it doesn't cause my visor to fog up. So because of all of that, I have to keep my visor cracked open because, well, when you're talking to yourself and you have a visor closed completely, you have a higher chance of fogging up your helmet. And, well, I want to be able to see where I'm going because, I don't know, like for you guys who don't ride, so you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you've been in your car and you know when the condensation gets up there and it's hard to see out your window, well, it's kind of the same idea, except that it's my helmet. And every time I laugh right now, it fogs it up a lot. So by having it cracked open, I'm preventing it from completely staying steamed up. Now, I know you guys haven't seen me out in a while, and I know you guys have seen Mr. K out. Well, today is my day. It's nice out. It's still cold. It's a little bit windy, but, you know, for the views. Yeah, that's what this is. This is just me going out, going to say hi to some people, and I decided it's not perfect, but it's nice enough to take my bike out. So I said, my bike needs her wheels stretched, and I need to stretch my legs. So as you guys know, this is my beautiful Zero S. I still have to do a video, which I haven't gotten everything I need to do yet, to show you the actual cargo space in here, because I'm pretty sure I can carry a lot of stuff in there, and I have an interesting way to test it out. I just haven't gotten around to it because, well, it's been raining here in Vancouver, and as you guys know, we don't ride in the rain. Not on purpose, anyways. I mean, I know Mr. K has gone out in the rain. I try to avoid it. During the class, obviously, they were very vigilant in reminding us to be careful out on the roads when it's wet, because all the garbage that remains from the cars on the ground, it's not good for people on two wheels. The surface becomes a lot more slippery. So that's why I prefer not to go out in the rain. Not because I can't. Wow, like these lights are just reminding me of my good old days. You're not allowed to take a rest. You have to keep going. You think you're going to put your foot down. No, you're not. It's just funny. Maybe not to you guys, but it's funny to me. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are like, oh my gosh, I wish I could catch all the lights like you guys do. Well, mostly me. Mr. K is not as fortunate as me at times. It's nice to have a little bit of a break at the lights. Obviously, I don't want every light going red on me either. So, I mean, the compromise is, I guess, that I'll put up with the green lights. Construction areas are not fun. First of all, they force you to change lanes when you're just like, but if I stay in this lane, it's perfect for my path. And second of all, they cause everybody to slow down. And third of all, which is my least favorite, is that you have a higher chance of finding garbage on the roads. That's the one I don't want. Hi. See? Fogging up. I don't know if the camera actually captures it. Oh, I don't have it really cracked. There we go. A little more cracked. Obviously, the hills are what eats away at the battery more and the high speeds, because ICE, internal combustion engine, is what ICE stands for. So if you guys hear me using the word ICE, this is what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to shorten it down so I don't keep saying gas-powered vehicles. So for you guys who have ICE vehicles, you guys will know that going up a hill actually does deteriorate from your kilometers or miles being able to be driven on a tank of gas. So it's kind of the same thing with the EV vehicles, that hills aren't, even though that the vehicle can handle the hill, hills aren't necessarily convenient for them. I like these just random trips to go say hi to people because, well, sometimes you go somewhere you haven't been before, or sometimes you go somewhere you've been a lot. When it comes to now with the Zero, it's like re-exploring everything all over again, which is actually really interesting. It's not one of those things that I was like, hey, that makes sense. I figured 2 wheels are 2 wheels, but apparently I'm incorrect on that statement. There is different 2 wheels, so you're exploring everything apparently a little bit differently. I mean, it could be just the position of my riding now, because as you guys know, this is more of a, I don't know if I'm going to say an upright position, but I guess it's more of an upright position than what I have been previously used to. One thing about being in this lane is you're going to contact more people who are trying to park, which is good for me when I want to park, but not so good for going on a straight path. As I was saying at the beginning, I do have ear protection now. We got them done when we were at the motorcycle show. They actually injected our ears to get the mold to be exact to our ear shape. So they sat us down, they cleaned out, made sure our ears were clean, put a little bit of, oil in it to make it so that they could pop out the mold afterwards. Whoa, that part of the road was not flat. And they put a little string so they could pop it out a little bit easier. It was really interesting to sit there. It's kind of like being in the bathtub when you have your head under the water submerged, where you can hear sounds but they don't come through clearly. It's not as gargled as it would be on a bathtub. It's still really neat, and like I said, it's a perfect fit for my ears, just like Mr. K's is a perfect fit for his ears. And in his case, it's really good to have it because of the exhaust and stuff like that. For my case, I wanted it because of the wind noise. Because don't forget, at that point, I already knew that I was getting an electric vehicle. Anyways, I'm going to take a stop here. And then I'll show you guys the ears. And we will go back on the road shortly. These are the custom little earpieces. And you just... So as you saw, I just showed you what they look like. I got mine in blue, of course. What a shock, right, guys? Mrs. K got something in blue? Wow. I'm not used to my D-ring yet. I mean, I used to be used to it. And then we got the Voss helmets, and then the Voss helmets changed that up. So, as I was just showing you, I was just showing you how they look. And they're made out of silicone, so they're like really comfortable. But they kind of make it sound like you're underwater, which is kind of cool. So with all that said, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, don't forget to love, ride, and explore. Ride safe, and ta-ta!